Why did I wait so long to speak? Many of you know me through the ET Whisperer, Rob Gauthier, channeler of Turbo-Yitni and Aradif. You've seen me for nearly a decade by his side, assisting him in any way that I could, supporting him and other fellow channelers, while all along being a messenger for some higher dimensional consciousnesses myself. But in my myriad of reasons, I kept my voice silent on nearly every opportunity I had to speak. And sometimes, when I did feel the bravery to speak out, I fell deeply ill, for it was just too much for me and my physical body to handle. Now the situation's reversed. I can no longer keep my lips sealed and tucked into my own heart. I was born to share my heart with all of you, but there are many reasons for my hesitation in my sharing with you, especially during a time when so many people really want to hear from starseeds such as myself. I shied away from it, and the sheer awkwardness to claim aloud that I'm a starseed. Starseeds are the level 1 soft disclosure here on the ground with you having the human experience. And I'm so sincerely amazed at how challenging the human experience is, to the point that many of us starseeds cannot make it through on one or many lives. And so I grow concerned when people find more value in what a starseed has to say over an earthseed. Earthseeds, the hardy beings who've bravely been here from the start of Earth's evolution, and those that intend to see it through until the end of the final cycle. And we've all been there down many paths, and in that way we're all starseeds. But with all the genetic manipulation humans have experienced through the ages, holding the seeds of other galactic multidimensional beings, humans have become extended family members of other stars, which opened up an invitational door from beautiful Mother Gaia to reach out to many other star beings longing to help humans to connect with their hearts, their inner wisdoms, and guide them to their own self-empowerment to free themselves from the many shackles, both unknown, known, seen, and unseen, but also to connect with distant family members that you are and let you know that you're loved. You are a child of the earth and a child of the stars. It's why you look up to the magnificent sky and feel such a longing when you see the constellations. Humans have family everywhere. Everywhere is home. And yet most of you feel so alone. But you are not. You are never alone. And you're never without love for you. So, here comes another part of my hesitation in sharing myself with you. Something that may make you as uncomfortable to listen to me, as much as I'm uncomfortable sharing this for the first time with most of you. I have touched upon this before, but not in great detail. This is a little disclosure of my own that I'll indulge you further in another video to come. But I'll share enough so that you'll know if you want to continue hearing from me out of respect for your spiritual preferences. And to preface, that is not that all starseeds come here with the best of intentions. In this current life, I have only the best of intentions, but I definitely didn't start out this way originally. You should know that not all starseeds are here to assist and send love or hold space, especially during this time of great changes on Earth and consciousness shifting. Some beings are just wandering in to experience what it's like to be a human for their own curiosity and growth. Rather than land a ship to explore other places and beings, they incarnate and receive information for themselves as a being, and possibly for their race's collective to learn about you. So for many, it's a curiosity voyage, but it's not uncommon to be touched or moved and to want to join other fellow starseeds in this wave and support for humans that is so unexplainably commonplace. Then there are those who carry the related genetics you had embedded in your human body over multiple manipulations long ago. You are their star children relatives, and they're here to help you integrate your familial roots and gifts from them. And then there's me, the one most fear everywhere before I was an Arcturian, and considered to be an Arcturian starseed now. But I'm more of an adopted Arcturian if I'm going to be very authentic with you. I have had many lives as an Arcturian, and I'll have many more. They are also my home in my heart. But well before I experienced being predominantly Arcturian, I did something I was warned not to do from the race I spent more time incarnating in than this galaxy has probably existed. And perhaps some small part of me knew this would happen. Some part of myself denied that it would. For in one of my incarnations, I was really one of my many incarnations, I was a very powerful Draconian male, More Guillaume. I was at the end of my many life cycles, and I planned that I would briefly incarnate as a male human to collect information by having the human experience that I felt would benefit our agendas regarding humans and planet Earth. I saw it as data collection. I was warned by many of my fellow Draconian brothers not to do this, that I ran the risk of getting stuck in the human incarnation cycle, forgetting myself, my identity, and I did. I was confident that I would not break, but I did. For you see, that for a 6th density being to incarnate, I had to break a very small piece of my fractal self to incarnate as a 3rd density human. So just like you, I forgot that I was the great and powerful More Guillaume. I couldn't hear or see my brothers in my human form. I'm sure I knew something was different. I felt something was different. But something happened to me that I had not experienced in a body that was built in a very different way from my original reptilian body. And I felt something in me crack when I fell in love with a woman. When I created life with a woman and had children, when I experienced human friendships, human hardships, the human death, the very trap I'd helped create as a Draconian all around me. When I felt cruelty, love, and injustice all in one day, and as I moved forward in my experience, I felt oneness with all beings. That's something Draconians refuse to do right now, is to connect with other beings, just themselves. But it's there in all Draconians deep down. Far down beyond the trauma they have endured, and I assure you, it's a deep trauma that they have endured that causes them to do what they do and for them to be the way they are. And this particular life that I had as a human man woke me up to it, that deep down there's an intense amount of unexpressed love they feel for all beings. They cannot tap into it for all right now. And as I continue to have these human experiences and Arcturian experiences, I'm unraveling some of those and remembering bits and pieces of my lives as a Draconian. And I hope to, in the future, share with you what I can remember, because one of my ultimate goals and my own personal agenda is to find a way for all of us to help each other, to get along, to not have to be parasites to each other ever again. And that's something I'll go in detail in future videos. When I died, I didn't return to my larger counterpart, More Guillaume. He won't incarnate without my return. He has been left thousands of years waiting to incarnate. I've been in situations as More Guillaume where I've destroyed entire worlds. They are so fierce and strict in their ways, but more fair than you'd believe. But they leave no room for forgiveness or mercy if you are perceived as crossing them. And I can no longer bring myself to go to war like that with others. The only war I have left is the war within myself. And yet, one day as I was laying on my bed fearing that deep down I'm truly a monster, I felt Morrigium and my 103 Arcturian guides around me speak to me of the catalyst archetype. That even if I'm going to live a kinder and gentler life, it's my soul's function to help shake and wake other souls up to change and to their own internal evolutions and revolutions. Being the dark worker is often a harsh and thankless service to all, but from the God Source perspective, my Arcturian guides explained to me that if I were to see it from a higher level of a soul's perspective, from the part of us that plays roles, the one who plays the enemy actually loves you the most, enough to help you shape and grow at the expense of pinching themselves off from love and source. I know that it's so hard to hear and believe when you're down here on earth, stewing in the dirt and grit of self-loathing and love, freedom of the soul, but chains around your body and mind. And so I'm here to share with you my heart, from Arcturian to Reptilian. I'm here with the open agenda to help assist in bringing peace, healing, love, awareness, and light between humans, reptilians, and other beings on all dimensions, including angelics. It's my deep desire that we can have the catalyst finally relieved of the oppressive role of oppressor and receive love again. For deep down, I know we all want that, to be loved, respected, and accepted on a soul level, on a God level. I'm just one small person, one little voice, but it's my voice and my heart, and I want to share it with you. Thank you so much for being willing to hear my introduction, and for all of you who will be going on the journey with me, and even those of you who won't. I really deeply appreciate your time. Thank you. Much love.